But in the last couple of minutes, John, there was a lot of talk at the rally on the Green New Deal. This is a passion of yours. What did you think hearing that?
Well, look, the fact that that was one of the early big applause lines, like, I'm obviously happy about that, but I am still shocked about it. This year, I mean, it's been less than a year since that big protest outside of Nancy Pelosi's office.
Yep.
A lot has happened in that year. But I remember, like, I had, Varsity Prakash from Sunrise on the day after that protest. And, like, to see that enthusiasm, I thought, well, this is a great little bit of news. But the fact that it was sustained and that it's grown, and not just in the U.S., but internationally, it might not even be the strongest in the U.S. compared to some of what's going on in the U.K. right now, Extinction Rebellion and their protests. They literally were so powerful in London that London had to ban the group from protesting throughout the entire city, and that hasn't stopped them. So it's just amazing. And I'll say, thank you for the credit, that you gave me for talking about it. But I mean, one of the things that I've learned from both watching, Greta and Extinction Rebellion and the Sunrise Movement and AOC is that I have been talking about climate change for years on my show, but very rarely have I been doing it in the right way. And I've learned a lot about how to communicate about that issue from them. There are definitely positive and negative ways that you can focus on a topic. And when it comes to climate change, I think that's an even stronger thing that you have to consider. But the fact that regardless of who ends up being the Democratic nominee, if they become president, they're going to face a tremendous amount of pressure to do something. And the idea that if it is Bernie Sanders, that he could have it as one of the people at his right hand is the person who crafted it and helped more than any other individual in elected government to push through to the popular consciousness, the idea that we need not even, like, bold doesn't encompass it. We need historic action on climate change. I mean, there is nothing that gets me more excited about the next couple of years of American politics than that.
That's amazing. I totally agree with you. I do have to just say, for people who are live streaming and chuckling because I critiqued an Extinction Rebellion protest of the tube in the opening commentary, I would say I co-sign almost all of what John says, except don't disrupt people's fucking commutes.
Yeah, look, and I would be bothered. I would be bothered by it too. There's a lot of ways that really passionate people protest around those issues that I find to be unnecessary or counterproductive. I mean, I'm bad at that sort of stuff. One of the weirdest things, I hate chanting. I find it to be a really weird sort of, I don't like it, but it is really effective, obviously.
If you were here, I would have made a joke about, I would have started snapping my fingers to agree with you that I don't like chanting, because if there's anything worse than chanting, it's snapping fingers. But John Iadarola, I appreciate your time so much. Everybody, obviously you can watch John with the great Anna and Jank and all the other great people at TYT, but definitely make sure you check out the Damage Report. It's a different kind of show. It's a different flavor, and it's led by John, and he covers a lot of really important topics, particularly in ecology. You can download it as a podcast. You can watch it on YouTube. I'm honored to be a guest from time to time on it as well. John, I really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much, and we're excited to have you out in LA in person.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, brother. You just watched a Michael Brooks show video. Subscribe to get them all. Why wouldn't you? Don't be foolish. Click subscribe below and become a patron as well. Patreon.com/TMBS. Thanks, everybody.